The year is 2085 and the world is blissfully unaware that its heart has just skipped a beat. For billions of years, a massive ball of molten iron and nickel, the size of Mars, has spun at the center of our planet. This is the great dynamo. It creates the invisible shield that protects us from the sun's lethal breath. But today at 14:22 GMT, the spin slowed to a crawl. It wasn't a bang, it was a whisper. Deep-sea sensors were the first to scream. Massive magnetic anomalies began flickering across the Atlantic. Then the animals knew. In a terrifying spectacle, millions of migratory birds began falling from the sky. Their internal compasses shattered, crashing into city streets like feathered rain. This is the start of the silence. Without the magnetic field, the atmosphere is now defenseless. High-altitude pilots report the sky turning a bruised, violent shade of neon green, the color of our ozone layer being stripped away by solar winds. On the ground, the chaos is digital. Every satellite in orbit is being bombarded by cosmic radiation. GPS is dead, the internet is flickering. Total global communication blackouts are imminent. Imagine a world where you cannot call for help, and the very air above you is starting to glow with a deadly radiance. The scientists at Shorai Vision have modeled this catastrophe, and the results are chilling. We aren't just losing our technology, we are losing the armor that makes life possible. As the sun sets on the first day of the silence, a realization grips the world leaders. The core hasn't just slowed down, it is locking into place. If we cannot jumpstart the heart of the world, humanity has less than a century before the Earth becomes a sterilized, frozen husk. Stay with us, because what happens in the next decade defies everything we thought we knew about survival. By the year 2110, the Earth is no longer a blue marble. From space, it looks like a scorched opal, shimmering with terrifying radiation storms. The magnetosphere is at 5% strength. The sun, once our giver of life, has become our greatest executioner. During the day, the surface temperature in former paradise zones like Florida or the Mediterranean now hits a staggering 160 degrees Fahrenheit. The ultraviolet index is so high that human skin blisters in mere seconds of exposure. We have become a subterranean species. Welcome to Subterra 1, a sprawling megacity built inside the excavated lava tubes of Iceland. This is the pinnacle of futuristic engineering, a city that never sees the sun. Here, giant AI-controlled hydroponic farms provide the only food left on Earth, grown under artificial purple lights. But the pressure is mounting. The thinning atmosphere is causing the oxygen levels to drop. On the surface, the atmospheric stripping has begun. Massive vacuum storms tear across the continents, literal hurricanes of thin air that suck the remaining moisture into the vacuum of space. Watch as our AI reconstruction shows the ruins of New York City. The skyscrapers aren't falling. They are being sandblasted into dust by relentless solar winds. There is no blue sky anymore, only a perpetual hazy twilight of dust and ionized gas. To survive, humanity has turned to radical AI breakthroughs. We are no longer just building machines, we are merging with them. Neural link technology allows citizens to live in a digital meta-reality to forget the cramped, dark tunnels of their physical existence. But a new threat is emerging from the deep. As the core remains stagnant, the tectonic plates are locking. Massive, world-breaker earthquakes are beginning to ripple through the crust. The underground cities, our last hope, are starting to crack. The clock is ticking toward a total planetary collapse. We are running out of ground to hide in. It is now 2160, and the decision has been made. Earth is a lost cause. The Shorai Initiative has launched the most ambitious project in human history, the Ark of Embers. This is a fleet of 5 colossal interstellar vessels, each 3 miles long, constructed in the low-gravity environment of the moon's shadow. These aren't just ships, they are the final library of Earth's DNA. But how do you move 10 billion people? You don't. The tragedy of the Ark is its selectivity. Only those with the genetic diversity and the technical skills to rebuild a civilization are chosen. The rest are left to the Subterra colonies facing a slow extinction. This era is defined by the Great Divide. The visuals are heartbreaking. Thousands of transport shuttles piercing the thin red haze of the dying atmosphere, leaving behind a world that is literally evaporating into space. The arks are powered by antimatter compression engines, a breakthrough achieved by the Shorai AI in its final years on Earth. These engines create a localized gravitational field, allowing the ships to accelerate to 20% the speed of light. Their destination? The moons of Jupiter, specifically Europa. Scientists believe that the massive gravitational pull of Jupiter can provide the tidal heating necessary, to keep a moon's core liquid, offering a permanent shield that Earth lost. But the journey is perilous. The great silence that started at Earth's core has now followed us into the void. Without the Earth's protection, the fleet must navigate a solar system through a solar superstorm, a wall of fire and radiation that threatens to incinerate the arks before they even pass Mars. This is the ultimate gamble for the ghost of humanity. We are trading our home for a cold, icy hope. The year is 2250. The survivors have reached the shadow of the king of planets. Jupiter looms in the sky like a vengeful god, a swirling vortex of gas and radiation. But for the remnants of humanity, it is a sanctuary. We have landed on Europa. Beneath 15 miles of solid ice lies a global ocean, deeper and darker than anything on Earth. The engineering here is mind-blowing. We have built spider cities, massive multi-legged structures that cling to the underside of the ice crust, suspended in the dark water. Life here is alien. We have used AI-driven gene editing to adapt. Humans born on Europa have translucent skin and enlarged eyes to see in the bioluminescent glow of the city. We are no longer the people who walk the forests of Earth. We are the deep-sea aviators. But Europa has a secret. As our AI probes explored the deepest trenches of the Europan floor, near the thermal vents, they didn't just find bacteria. They found the monoliths, ancient geometric structures made of a material that absorbs all light. These structures are vibrating at the exact frequency Earth's core used to pulse at. Is it possible that the death of Earth's core wasn't a natural accident? The Shorai Vision team explores the terrifying theory that Earth's core was harvested or turned off by a higher intelligence, a Type 2 civilization that uses planetary cores as batteries. As we tap into the energy of the Europa vents, we realize we might be trespassing on someone else's power source. The suspense is no longer about survival, it's about whether we are being watched. The quiet of space is about to be broken by a signal coming from the center of Jupiter itself. We jump forward to the year 3000. For nearly a millennium, Earth has been a forbidden zone, a ghost planet. But a lone reconnaissance vessel, the Shorai 1, has returned to the cradle of humanity. What they find defies every law of planetary science. The Earth is green again. From the observation deck, the crew sees something impossible, a vibrant, shimmering blue magnetosphere. The core didn't just stop, it reset. It was a geological rebound. During our 1,000-year absence, the planet healed itself. The atmosphere has thickened, the oceans have settled, and the radiation has receded. But the Earth is not as we left it. Without humans, evolution went into overdrive. The visuals show new Earth, giant forests of fungi that reach the clouds, and predators that have evolved from the few species that survived in the deep trenches. The video concludes with a haunting choice. Do we return? Do we bring our AI hybrid bodies and our cold Jovian technology back to the world that rejected us? Or do we leave Earth as a sanctuary, a testament to the fact that the planet is stronger than the species that inhabited it? The ruins of London and Tokyo are now mountains of moss and flowers. We realize that the future wasn't about conquering space. It was about learning to be worthy of a home. As the Shorai 1 turns its engines back toward Jupiter, we leave a single beacon in orbit, a message to whoever comes next. We were here, we broke the world, and in our absence it became beautiful again. Thank you for watching this epic journey on Shorai Vision. The future is a mystery, but one thing is certain: the Earth will always have the last word. Subscribe to see more alternate realities and the mysteries of the cosmos.